Happy Saturday, everybody, and welcome to Behind the Slide 101, how to use behind the slide techniques to help your Delta blues. All right, so I'm starting off in open G. We will move on to open D here in a little while, but right now it's D, G, D, G, B, D. All right, first string, sixth string. So you saw the little demonstration I did in open G. And really, we're basing all this, I'm going to show you, the first thing I'll show you is something very easy. So you're going to go up to the 12th fret. You're going to have your slide across the 12th fret on really the top four string. And what I want you to do is practice going 12, 10, 12, 10, 12, 10, 12, 10, and don't lift the slide that much. You're going to play the 10 with the first finger. Like that. All right, that's the first step in learning behind the slide. Doing all kinds of little things like that. And that's the first scale you should learn. So the scale is 12, 10, 12, 10, 12, 10, 12, 10, and on fifth string, 12. And you can do 10 there. I rarely do it in this tuning. Now, let me start you off with a lick, and I believe I've shown this lick many moons ago in a quick licks. All right, excuse me. We're going to move from that first position, that 12, 10, 12, 10, 12, 10, 12, 10, 12, 10, to the next position, there. So what am I doing? I'm going with the slide, 12 on the fourth string. First finger, 10 on the third string, 12 on the third string with the slide. Then go ahead and take the slide and go 11, 12 on the second string. And then 12 on the third string, 12 on the fourth string, 10 on the third string, 12 on the fourth string. And then you're going to come down and go from 7 to 9 on the fourth string. And then I play 9 or 8 on the second string. So, excuse me. So that's a first lick to get you started with ideas. Now, you can use this in lots of different ways. So what are some of the ways you can throw it into Delta blues? Well, let's just start by playing a Delta blues as you saw me demonstrate. So all I did was play the standard Robert Johnson, and then I put in that lick, which is 12 on the fourth string, 10 on the third string, 12 on the third string, from 11 to 12 on the second string, 12 on the third string, 12 on the fourth string, 10 on the third string, and then 12. And then doing the standard rest of that movement. All right, so that's one thing we can do. All right, now there's two other positions that I want to talk about. The first one is this. And ways we can connect. Okay, so the first position is going to be one of the sort of, I used to call it the country pentatonic. So you're going to start on the 5th fret on the 4th string, and then you're going to go from 7 to 9 on the 4th string, 9 on the 3rd string with your first finger, or 7 on the 3rd string, excuse me, 9 with the slide on the 3rd string. And then I use my second finger and I grab 8 on the 2nd string. All right, so you can do a lot of things. Now, you can include that blue note, or that's the dominant seventh in G. That we're in, okay? So, all right, so what am I doing? How am I including other notes in that? All right, so I'm going up to 10 on the third string, 10 on the fourth string, so I'm going third string, 10, 9 with the slide, 7 with the finger, 10 with the slide on the fourth string, 9 on the slide on the fourth string, and then 7 on the fourth string with my finger. And this just, you get some very interesting, if you use that as a scale, you get some very interesting sounds in there. All right. Oh, and guys, there will be tabs available to this over on Patreon. But as it is right now, I'm just going to show you guys like the basis here on YouTube. And if you like this, please like and follow. And then we'll go from there. All right. So what was that? A lot of times I will use behind the slide playing to simply enhance what I'm doing. All right. So, and to make some of these like easier for me to do while I'm singing. That's why I got into it. I heard Sonny Landers. I thought it was super cool. And then I thought, well, wouldn't that be a lot easier for me when I'm singing? So what is that? All that is I'm going on the first string, 12, 10, 12 on the second string, 10, 12 on the first string, 12 on the second string, and then laying at 12 on the third string. And everything at 12 is being played with the slide. And like that. Now, one other great way, you can simply use sort of movements. Like whenever I'm playing live with Little Joe and the Buffalo Wings and we're doing Traveling Riverside Blues. All right, so I'm just using that shape. It's almost like there's a shape that's 12, 10, 12, 10, 12, 10, 12, 10, 12, 10. You move that down to where the C chord is, and you're 5, 3, 5, 3, 5, 3, 5, 3, 5, 3. Now, that comes out of our third shape that we're going to talk about on open G, which, I'm going to play it without the slide first, is, that's a G chord, right, at the third fret in open G, G7. So, we have got 5th fret on the 4th string, 3rd fret on the 3rd string, and 3rd fret on the 2nd string, 3rd fret on the 1st string. So, we can make that into the minor by going 3 on the 4th string, 3 or 5 on the 4th string, 3 on the 3rd string, 5 on the 3rd string, 3 on the 2nd string, 6 on the 2nd string, and then 5 on the 1st string. So, and we can extend that by on the 3rd string going up to 7, just like as if we were going to play. You can see I use a lot of these different ideas, chord shapes, to come up with behind the slide stuff. And you can do a lot of stuff. When you're playing out electric, this will serve you well. All right, guys. So let's just jump back into it. Let me just give you a few simple licks to get you started using the slide and finger technique. We're in open G. All right, so here's the first lick. It's very simple. I'm down here at the 3rd fret, 3rd position. That's all that is. So what I'm doing is on the 3rd string, I'm sliding from 5 to 7. And then with my 2nd finger, usually, I play the 6th fret on the 2nd string. And then I come back down with the slide, 7 to 5 on 3rd string. And then 1st finger, I play the 3rd fret on the 3rd string, and then the slide comes back the 5th fret on the 4th string. So. All right, that is the simplest way kind of to get started, is by playing licks like that. You can also play that old standby. All that is, you're going to play at the same time, the 2nd and 3rd string. 2nd string, you're going to play with your 2nd finger on the 6th fret, 3rd string, 7th fret with the slide. And then on the 3rd string, you're going to slide 7, 5, and you can either hammer or play down on the 4th fret on the 3rd string, and then the 5th fret on the 4th string. Okay, so that's kind of like a lightning flavored riff. All right, let me show you a couple of other little tricks, and then we're going to move on to open D. So the first one is, you know, B.B. King has that sort of great sound to his playing. So what is that? There's a couple of ways you can play that riff. First one I'll show you is this. You're on the 3rd string, starting at the 7th fret, and you're going to the 9th. And then I use my 2nd finger again on the 8th fret on the 2nd string. And then with the slide, I'm going to go 11 to 12 on the 2nd. And then I'm going to hit 12 on the 3rd. So. Pretty easy. All right, now, you can also do it if you want a little bit of a different tone. 3rd string, 7th fret, 1st finger, bars across strings 1 and 2. Just play string 2, play string 1, and then on string 1, you're going to come up to the 9th fret, and then come back down a little bit, and then grab the 2nd string at the 8th fret with your slide. Now, granted, when you play these, sometimes they come off a little like steel guitarish, little lap steelish, right? So there's all these wonderful things you can do. Sorry, I went off on a tangent there for a second. Now, let's jump in and look at open D. All right, folks, so here I have my guitar tuned in open D. That's D, A, D, F sharp, A, D, 1st string, 6th string. Now, a lot of the same rules that were in open G are going to apply in open D. For instance, the rule at the 12th fret where you get 12, 10 all the way down. So you play 12 with the slide and 10 with your finger. Now, this is the tuning that I originally started learning to do this behind the slide playing in, because I love the way. Now, you'll see some stuff in here through some of my other lessons. I'm sorry, some themes that run throughout my lessons, because this is part of my playing style, especially when I'm out playing electric. Okay, so one really cool lick that I'm going to show you right off the bat is one that I learned watching Sonny Landreth, And it's something he does to sound fast. Sounds really good on electric guitar, and you can see the look of concentration on my face because I can't do it that fast like he can. All he's doing is keeping his slide on the 12th fret, going 12, 10, 12, 10, 12, 10, 12, 10, putting down his first finger. And he can do it really fast. I get kind of mixed up with it. Okay, some more of the things that I've learned from Sonny Landreth that I really like are... All right, all he's doing there, which is interesting to me, if you watch his technique, he's very straight. All right, 12th fret, all the way across. And then first finger holds down the 10th fret on the 2nd string. So, I have a tendency to only play the 3 strings 2, 3, and 4. All right, and there's different effects you can get. So, all right, and then move it down to the 7th fret and go 7. And this is on the 2nd string, 7, 5, and then 7, 7 on string 3 and 4. So you're starting on the 2nd. Same thing, move it down to the next position, the 5th fret. Now, all that is that 7-10 thing. Or I'm sorry, 12-10. Which you can get very harp-like at the 12th fret. And, you know, what I've noticed when Sonny Landreth does this, he doesn't worry about that scritchy-scratch sound that I'm constantly trying to get rid of. Like when I just play a slide note. He's just... Now, one thing I'll tell you is when you get into playing chords, which are fun to do in open D, you've really got to make sure that your slide is spot on in placement. Otherwise, you're going to get out of tune notes like I get sometimes because I'm not quite as good at it as Sonny is, you know. In fact, I'm way worse than Sonny Landreth. So let me show you that form. Now of course, a lot of this is easiest to do up around the 12th fret where the strings are just a bit higher off the neck. So all you're going to do is go on strings 2 through 4 with the slide. Then you're going to put your 2nd string down on the 11th fret on the 4th string. I'm sorry, 2 through 5 on the 4th string. And your first finger down on the 10th fret on the 3rd string. And let the slide cover the 5th and the 2nd strings at the 12th fret. You get a major chord there. And sorry, all that messing around. But what you can get there are these beautiful little major chords. And it can move you back and forth. Now, notice what Sonny will do a lot is... lot of that. Now, let's go into some other positional playing. Now that I've shown you all that little bit of something, let's go into some other positions. Let me just show you a couple of places to get some chordal ideas, or not even chordal, just some slide ideas. One thing I do a lot more is kind of do the aerial posting thing, where he'll take the slide on one string. And for instance, this is a lick that I learned off of watching one of his lesson videos. It's 9th fret on the first string, 9, 10, 9, and then 7. Right? So. All right. So all that is saying, okay, I want to play a certain scale, and I'm going to use the slide for the stuff that's happening further up this way up the neck. You know, you can do all kinds of neat things. So let me just show you a couple of places to draw from on the neck. And this is really what's going to be in the tabs, folks. All right. So, of course, you have open, string 4, 3 on string 4, 5 on string 4, 7 string 4, 6 on 3, 8 on 3, 8 on 2, 10 on 2, 7 on 2, 7 on 1, 9 on 1, 10 on 1, 12 on 1. So if you mess around in that, so, what are some licks you can use in there? Well, that first one I showed you. And you let your finger become an extension of the slide. And you can do things that you wouldn't normally be able to do and get sounds that you wouldn't normally be able to get, just finger style. All right, like that. Now, all that is I'm just going 12 on the second string, 10 with my finger on the first string, 12 with the first string. And then 12, 10 with the slide. And then 8 with my finger. And then the easiest thing, instead of trying to go there, is to go from 10 to 12 on the fourth string. So. And you can give that nice tag on the end, kind of like Derek Trucks does too. So you're going to go 12, 10, 7 with your first finger on the 4th fret, the 4th string. So, all right, that'll be in the tabs. All right, guys, all these kind of ideas, you want to connect your positions. This to this. Because it all is really the same notes. And if you start there, then you can start moving into different kind of keys, right? So let's say I'm playing in the key of C. You know, just all kinds of neat things you can do. So take this information, guys, and run with it. And if you have any questions, just ask me. You can tell by the way I'm showing you this that I'm new to this too. I'm starting to expand and make more and more out of this style in my playing. I really like it. I hope you enjoy it too. All right, guys, I'll see you next week for another episode of the lesson series.